kickwe pitiye jayda jalilade rase Champions League ek had gas mein hanguman kickwe Javelin naramenne bhag dulanne bhidi daste goal ek gannai sit sarasenne samarok venne satteta denne we are one game one heart one game one heart Champions League this is where we start together we dream together we fight we are the champions Champions League में aramenne one game one heart Champions League satanai aramenne didi denne jaya ganne ek scene da kiyanne one game one heart Champions League where dreams take part raise your flags feel the art one game one heart
Sri Lanka Football Champions League, powered by TV Supreme.
A very good evening to all our viewers. to be an interesting and exciting competition, as no team is clear at the moment for the top spot, as there are a couple. And we are just waiting for the formalities. Most importantly, the two teams are walking out to the beautiful Racecourse International Stadium, one of the premier football grounds we have in Sri Lanka. And right now, the small kids bringing out that FIFA flag out onto the pitch, and it'll definitely be a proud moment for both these teams, as they've played enthralling and exciting football over the past couple of weeks, and when they do come onto the pitch, they give it their all. And Javelin will be taking this game extremely serious, as they need to get a victory to go top of the table. But Sri Lanka Police will not let them get that win easily, as they will give them a tough fight. And Javelin clad in their white, grey and white outfit, and Sri Lanka Police in all blue. And these traditional formalities that we've had right throughout this competition, and the referees on your screen as well, especially officiating this match, will be M. Rumi, and the assistant referees will be Rahiru Madhushankar and Asif Askar, and the fourth official will be M.U. Kumara. So experienced referee lineup here as well. Asif Askar also officiating the relegation rounds as well. So every decision will count, and these referees have been able to show that they give the fairest of decisions. But on your screen, the team that is vying for that top spot, Javelin. And the two captains now coming for the toss. And it'll be in favor of Javelin. They will be kicking from right to left of your screen, and police will be kicking from left to right of your screen. And this is the Javelin team card. Asela Rajavansha, Abdul Farik, Derek Fernando, the captain Harshan Sumadu, Mohammad Azad, Mohammad Rizkan, Mohammad Alim, Oluwale Oluwale, Purmeswaran Abhishan, Nurbasu Bernard, and their stalwart goalkeeper Asfaq Ayub. And the lineup for Sri Lanka Police: Chamika Amit, Malinga Hettiarachchi, the captain, Hussein Abdullah, Sheshan Prabuddha, Nabil Sardin, Saman Nishant, Damit Samant, Ahmad Amish, Esta Tamile Swalam, Kenny Adrado, the goalkeeper, and Chalaka Nishant to round up the 11 players for Sri Lanka Police. Both teams are fielding their important players, especially Javelin going with a full pack side. And they'll definitely be wanting to get this victory, and we're just about to commence this game under the Racecourse International Stadium lights.
Ladies and gentlemen, the moment we've been waiting for. Let the countdown begin. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And we're off with Sri Lanka Police on the ball. Chamika Amit to Sardin, but Sardin loses out position. And ball is with Javelin. He's gone. Sent out to the back. Azad to Alim. Alim sends the ball long. Searching for that run. A bit too early for Bernard to put those burners on, as we're just into the first minute of this game. When Javelin do come out to play, it is exciting football that we see, especially from the man up front, Bernard of Javelin. The ball sent long by Adrado. The ball looking for Nishant. Fortunately, the defense managing to cover that ball. But Sri Lanka Police showing signs of attack. Great bit of defensive work there by Rajavansha, committing to that ball. And that will be a throw-in for Sri Lanka Police. So first real attacking opportunity in the first couple of minutes. It will be the captain, Malinga Hettiarachchi, looking for that long throw into the box. And, yes, he does, unfortunately. Not being able to find anyone, but defense not being able to clear that too far. And Bernard fouled, and it will be the first foul of this game by Chamika Amit. Now Police onto the ball. Fortunately, Prabuddha not being able to get that pass through. But in the first couple of minutes, it's Sri Lanka Police who've had more possession of the ball. But now Alim trying to go around, losing out on the ball. And another foul by Prabuddha, and the free kick taken quickly. And the ball was put into the box. Bernard managed to get a foot onto it, unfortunately. Not being able to bring that ball down. And Oluwale trying to recover that. Now Bernard to Alim, back to Bernard again. And Bernard looking for a couple of options. Abishan, Alim looking for Oluwale. Apologies, looking for Harshan Asumudu. Harshan Asumudu also has been a threat up front for Javelin. Joining myself in the comm box is Navod. Good evening, Navod.
Good evening, Randeep. Good evening, everyone. Joining in on Sri Lanka Football TV, Supreme TV, and also on the Papare. Big game for both teams, but especially for Javelin. They need to win these two games, the final two games, if they are to win this Champions League. They drew a crucial game last week, a 0-0 draw, which they were expected to win against Solid. And with Serendip winning their game in the early kickoff, Javelin now find themselves in third position. Pelicans leading with 11, Serendip with 10, and Javelin with 9.
Luckily enough, Pelicans also did drop points last week, so a bit of a lifeline for Javelin in that aspect. But like Navod mentioned, Javelin have to win both these games for them to win this Champions League. But at the moment, Bernard on the ball, looking for a shot off, and he does manage to get a shot, but scuffed unfortunately, and easily collected by Andrado. And Rajavansha letting Ayub collect that ball, so restart in attack, and bit of sloppy work there behind, and position given away. Sri Lanka Police with an opportunity to get that ball into the box, and unfortunately cross not going correct way, and it will be a goal kick.
Police head coach Mahinda Galagedara looking on intently, giving out some instructions. It's rather surprising, Police not performing as expected in the Super 8s after a very good group stage. They were expected to be one of the contenders, not losing their first few games. I think lost their first 4 games actually before winning one against New Star. Police find themselves in 8th position, 8th and last. Studs up challenge from Charmik Amit on Nabushi Bernard. Straight studs up challenge. Lucky not to get a yellow. Here's Sumudu, finds himself in space. It's a crossing. Alim. Lawale takes a shot. And Kenny Andrade tips it over.
Lawale with a powerful shot there. Andrade managing to get a hand onto that. Not the easiest to stop. Powerful shot like that, but great reactions from him.
This was that earlier incident. The foul on Bernard. Cross coming in. Corner rather. Pushed away. Javelin. Quick throw in. Rizkan. On his left. Good bit of defending. Should be a Javelin ball. Yes, it is. No, it is not apparently. Very surprising. Head coach of Javelin, Nazar Hamid. I think compared to the other teams, Javelin has kind of peaked at the correct moment. Randeep. They narrowly scraped through the group stage into the Super 8s. Here's Olawale on the left, Kenny Andrade. Kenny Andrade wins the race. Takes a bit of time before fighting that ball over.
Now police with a cross into the box, and a shot taken from distance, and will the ball land for that header? A header taken but just wide.
This time on the other end, Shishan Prabuddha, former Royal skipper, again known for his long range efforts and free kicks. Ishfaq Ayub, 2 up to the task.
Definitely, like you mentioned, now the Javelin finishing 4th in their group, just scraping through, and they definitely have peaked at the right time. Unbeaten in this Super 8 phase, 6 weeks in. They'll be hoping that they can maintain that and get the victory here today. Now ball, bit of a scuffle there for position, but ball laid off to Derek Fernando, and to Harshan Asumudu, the captain, looking for Bernard, and Bernard meets the ball, fortunately skying that ball from that angle. Not the easiest of angles to get that shot off. Oluwale and Bernard up front with support from Derek Fernando and Harshan Asumudu. They have been menacing for teams to contain.
should be the discipline on and off the field, especially from the attire itself. I think there are certain things that teams need to follow in terms of rules and regulations, because when you come to the international stage, if you're doing the bad things here in the club level, when you get to the international level, again, you won't have time, or it would be kind of alien to you as well. Especially, again, like you saw, challenges like that. If you continue to do those, sometimes maybe a yellow here in the local league, maybe a red card in an international level. So they need to really work on, I think, the simple concept of when and where to tackle, when and where to commit those fouls. I think as the game goes on, I can give you a few examples when it happens. But it's not about putting in those crunching tackles all the time. And here's Abdullah himself on the left rather. Rizkan. Alim. Frees Abishan. Here's Bernard. To Olawale on the edge of the box. Tries to cut back into traffic. Should have gone on the left. Chalaka Nishant coming onto the team after serving a suspension. Tamil Selvam to Malinga Hettiarachchi. The skipper for police has done well in that advanced position since a couple of games back. I think he was forced to in that game against New Star after they went down to 10 men. But since then, he has found himself a really good position in a defensive midfield, or even a more advanced position from his usual centre-back position. Here's Bernard once again. Lawale. Just missing out on that pass.
Italy Oluwale trying to find Bernard from that backheel pass. But police defense up to the task. But definitely going back to your point on the discipline and the tackles now, it's been a bit of a questionable couple of tackles made right throughout these games. But it is all part of the learning curve, and we hope all these players will get up to the mark, as we love to see Sri Lanka sports go to the highest level. At the moment, ball with Sri Lanka police, and heading into the first 20 minutes of this game, and just a few chances for both teams, especially Javelin getting a good shot off. Now Hettiarachchi to Sardin, and now it's Sardin again. Fortunately, Hettiarachchi not being able to get that pass back on, and ball goes back to Asfaq Ayub, who has had an amazing Super 8. I think, if I'm not mistaken, about 3 clean sheets. So he definitely has ensured that Javelin stay in the hunt for the top spot in the Super 8 phase. Now once again an opportunity for Javelin through this corner. The dead ball opportunities have gone begging the first 20 minutes of this game, so they'll be hoping they can get this right. 4 men in the box for Javelin.
Yes, Derek Fernando on his left. Good delivery. Punched away by Andrado. Still, the threat is there. Cross. Another corner. Javelin. Correctly pointed out, Randiv, in terms of the clean sheets. Yes, Ashfaq Ayub, 3 clean sheets in 5 games. And when you compare to the group stage, after 7 matches, they only had 1 clean sheet. So they've tightened up the defense. So that's what I was saying. They've kind of peaked at the right moment.
Definitely, and the best time to peak as well. And Derek Fernando. Apologies. I think it was Derek Fernando, but corner in, and Bernard challenged there. So I think referee Rumi says no issues there, so it will be a throw in for Sri Lanka Police. Amit trying to find Sardin there, and still position back with Sri Lanka Police.
Here's Olawale going up front, challenged. Referee says play on. The initial look, I think it was a fair challenge coming from Saman Nishanta. We'll have to wait and see the replay.
Bit of a heavy shove there, Navod, but I think should be okay. I think it deserves a penalty there, but I think just on the line there. Now ball with Sri Lanka Police, and Alinga Hitiarachi takes a shot on, but easy for Ashfaq Ayub. Sardin trying to recover position, but unfortunately loses out there. And, it's again Rajavansha looking for Bernard. Bit of a powerful pass there. Bernard not being able to get a hold of that. It's been a hash in position. No team really looking in control the first 20-25 minutes of this game. But if Javelin want to show that they have a victory, I think first half goal to put their opponents under pressure will be ideal for them. Derek Fernando to Alim. Alim finding Derek Fernando. Circled by a couple of police players, so position almost lost there, but I think we've seen so far in this game no team really getting that smooth passage of play. Couple of passes in and then leading up to that final third, but as the game goes on we'll definitely see that from Javelin, especially since they do have their most important players out there on the field. Alim getting a touch on that ball. Ball just fall for police, and Amit making the run on the right, and beautifully cut back in Nishanta. Fortunately Javelin's defense up to the task, and Oluwale Getting the ball back to him. Yes, Harshan Sumudu on his right. Sumudu to Derek Fernando. Derek Fernando does take a shot off from his trusted left foot, but that shot does go wide. Kenny Adrado will have to look out for Derek Fernando's left foot, as he has time and time proved it is extremely dangerous. Once again, Derek on the ball. Ball is played across to Bernard. Bernard making his way, trying to find Wale. Bernard has been extremely difficult force to contend now, and police will have to pull out all the stops if they want to ensure that they do not leak a goal today.
Yes, Bernard has some blistering pace. If you can remember, cannot exactly remember the game. I believe it was the game against New Star. He went past 2-3 defenders to score a goal. And from Javelin's point of view, they need to be a bit more patient rather than taking long range efforts. They've had good possession. Handball by Nabil Sardin. An intentional one. Rizkan Faizer finds Azad on the right, but straight away given position back to Shishan Prabuddha. Hetiarache. Pass intercepted. Shishan back to his keeper. Sardin. Abdullah. Hetiarache to Chamik Amit. Abdullah does well. Finds Shishan Prabuddha. Here's Damit Samantha. Rizkan hacks it forward. Ulawale lays it off for Bernard. A heavy touch. Loves Chamik Amit to get that tackle in. But again, they were hard working. Bernard gets the ball back. Ulawale in space. Fernando. Alim. Harshan Sumudu was all alone on that right. That's what I was telling earlier. Need to be a bit more patient. Pass the ball in and around that penalty box. Force the opposition to make a mistake. Here's Olawale. Olawale goes down. Sardin is offside.
Lim was in 2 minds earlier whether to take the shot off or not. And, resorting to that last minute shot and nothing coming off of it. But, offside on this side of the field. It kicked directly to policeman. And still ball back with Javelin, and now an attacking opportunity through Rizkan. Rizkan does take the shot.
A cracker from Rizkan Faizer on his weaker left. Police made the mistake of giving Rizkan Faizer acres of space, and out of nowhere Rizkan Pfizer gives the Javelin the lead in the 29th minute.
Rizkan, what a shot there. Out of nowhere did he take that from long distance and finding that top of the net. Once again on the replay here on his left foot. What a shot. Sending Kenny Adrado the most important goal for Javelin in this game, as they do take the initial lead. The crowd at the Racecourse International Stadium is pretty vocal as well, supporting their team Javelin.
A happy bunch of Javelin fans. As we restart things, cross shepherded out for goal kick. If we can get a replay on that earlier goal, we can see 3 police defenders going back rather than coming ahead to tackle Rizkan Pfizer, and even not giving him any space. That was the mistake they did, and taking full advantage of it was Rizkan. And you could see Kenny Andrade asking his defenders, why weren't you all going ahead and marking Rizkan Pfizer rather than dropping back.
I think Bernard just holding his shoulder there. Of rough play there by Jamik Amit. So definitely giving Rizkan space was a grave mistake, like you mentioned, Navod, and Rizkan taking full advantage of that and scoring a wonder goal for Javelin. The crowd out here, decent crowd in here, supporting both teams, but definitely from the noise that we heard, more for Javelin. And now ball into the box, and fortunately that header going over the bar. Again, beautiful ball finding Oluwale. Oluwale not being able to keep that ball down and challenge Kenny Adrado. But now Javelin think have gotten back into their groove of attacking, and police will have to do all they can to contain this confident and unbeaten Javelin outfit. Ball played into the box. Recovered well there by the Javelin defense. And bit of a nonsense tackle there on Abhishan. The guilty man, Sardine, catching Abhishan there. He might need some medical attention. It's also nice to see that the younger generation out here as well, watching the football, as they would want to find themselves playing in this Sri Lanka Football Champions League.
Yes, that goal from Rizkan Faiza, you could see all the players going back. Kenny Andrado asking his defenders same question, because they had a sweeper right at the back and the guy in front of Faiza should have gone ahead and closed down that space. That was the mistake they did. They were experienced. Faiza was alert to that opportunity. What a goal to the top corner. This time foul by Olawale. Olawale. Faiza. Ball back to Faiza. Alim. Harshan Sumudu. Kane on his left. This time a weaker one. Easily collected by Andrado.
Alim now decent challenge in. Now ball back with Sardin. A bit of a weak pass there. No hash for the ball. And it does fall in favor of Javelin.
Again another crunching tackle. Coming back to what I said earlier, knowing when and where to tackle. This was again not the place, because once you go off your feet, you don't have control of what would happen, especially with a two-footed challenge. And what they say is you need to be careful of yourself as well as your opponent as well. The likelihood of getting a yellow or maybe even a red is high, especially in the middle of the park. There's no need for it.
Definitely waiting for the opportune time to make proper tackle is the better option. But now it's Sri Lanka Police down the left and ball into the middle, but easily handled by Javelin. There was Rajavancha who intercepted that ball. Now it'll be cross for Police with Prabhuda on the ball, but defense doing really well to clear that away. But still ball does fall for the Cops, and they'll be looking for that important goal. And Jamik Amit managing to get that ball, but Abhishan, bit of a brain fade there, letting that ball go. But now it's the ever so fast Bernard looking for Luwale. Definitely did see the vision there, but the pass not executed.
Andrade was alert to what was happening. Was somewhat in an advanced position on the edge of his box. Here's Olawale. 2-on-1 in space. Takes a shot. Weak one once again. Had Rizkan Faiza on his right.
Minutes into the game, but now we're seeing a couple of open spaces for the Javelin attackers. Police defense just a bit lackluster at the moment, being able to keep up the counter attack of Javelin. But now on the left is Cops. I think the ball did go out of bounds there, so it'll be a throw in for Javelin. And the ball looking for Eric Fernando. Fernando to Alim. Alim to Oluwale. Oluwale doing well to get a hold of that ball, and now Bernard and Oluwale up front. Bernard chipping that ball into Oluwale. But Shamik Hamid doing very well to shield there. And Hini Adrado up well there. Almost a collision there. But Shamik Hamid want to take credit of shielding Oluwale, not giving him an opportunity to get a hold of that ball. Of an overcooked pass there by Hettiarachi. So throw in now once again for Javelin.
Javelin getting a few sighters. They need to take advantage of those. You never know what would happen in the second half. We have seen stranger things happening in the Champions League. Teams leading 2-0, going on to lose 3-2, or maybe draw the game 3-all. Here's Harshana Sumudu. Pfizer. Oluwale against Saman Nishant, goes down, still has the ball, but it goes out of a police player, so it will be a corner.
I think Oluwale just having a word, trying to lead for that foul, but I think it was a pretty decent challenge. But corner for Javelin, and it is Derek Fernando on the dead ball. Bit of an unsuccessful attempt there by Fernando. Straight in to the police player. Not too sure who he was looking for. Throw in once again, finding Oluwale. And Fernando into the box. And almost opportunity there for them.
Again, no one closing down Derek Fernando, allowing him to put that cross in. And this is again, that was the earlier cross. Again, acres of space for him to. Again, this one. Randev. Shove from the back. Chalak Nishant committing that foul. And when you look at it, the player was not going towards the goal. He was going away from the goal. So why do you need to make that tackle? You just need to push him back. The same way he was going. He would pass the ball back. Now you have committed that foul and given Javelin an opportunity to score a second just before half time.
Definitely your words of wisdom. shown time and time again in this half.
Here's Pfizer. Beg your pardon. That was it Azad? Yes, it was Mohammad Azad. The crossbar saving Police this time around. In nearly that second for Javelin.
Like you mentioned, now with almost a second goal for Javelin through that unnecessary challenge.
This time the foul goes against Javelin. Shirt tug from the skipper for Javelin.
And, 2 minutes of added time in this first half between Javelin and Sri Lanka Police.
In that instance as well, Randeep, the question is, was there a need to make that challenge up for that shirt tug? Because you saw there were three Javelin players ahead of that man. I don't think it would have. Given an opportunity for Police as we go into added time in the first half. Surprising Ashfaq Ayub not collecting it, going for a punch rather than a collection, but nonetheless Javelin would be happy with the goal that they've scored. Here's Olawale. Finds Bernard. Back to Olawale. Fernando. On his left. Punched away by Andrado.
Derek Fernando creating that angle. But Kenny Andrado up to the task. That does result in a corner. And this might be the last attacking play for Javelin and also the play for this half. And the ball not falling for Azad, that volley, but yes, referee Rumi does blow the whistle, and that brings the end of the first half. And the happier of the two teams will be Javelin. And yes, as the halftime score reads, it is 1-0 in favor of Javelin here at the Racecourse International Stadium. Here are the highlights of this half. Ruwale getting the first shot in. And Ashfaq Ayub, it was the first time he decided not to collect that ball. Later on to the end of the half, he also did opt to punch that ball away. That was the first yellow card as well. Here's Oluwale once again. That opportunity of a tough challenge there, but referee Rumi says no issues there. But here is that goal from Mohammad Rizkan. Great shot off his left foot. And Kenya Adrado couldn't do anything about that, and Oluwale missing out on doubling that lead with 2 chances there. And here Chamikame doing very well to shield Oluwale as well. Javelin has been on the attack after the first 25 minutes, as they've had a pretty decent half, and that final attempt by Azad through that free kick for Javelin, hitting the crossbar, and also Jerick Fernando hitting that shot off. So Kenya Adrado has had a lot of work to do in this half, and with that we will go for a short commercial break and bring you live action of the second half.
හදවත් කික්වේ පිටියේ ජයදා ජලලදේ රැසේ Champions League එක හද ගැස්මේ හැඟුමන් කික්වේ ජවයෙන් නරමෙන්නේ පාගිදුලන්නේ විහිදී දසතේ ගෝල් එක ගන්නයි සිත් සැරසෙන්නේ සැමරොක් වෙන්නේ සද්දෙට දෙන්නේ We are one game, one heart. Oh, oh.
Racecourse International Stadium. The game between Javelin and Sri Lanka Police in the Super 8 round of the Sri Lanka Football Champions League. At the moment it is Javelin who has taken the initiative of scoring that first goal. Javelin does lead 1-0 at the moment, but it is the game of football, so anything can happen in the second half as well. Now ball falls for Bernard, and Bernard cuts back in. It's the ball to Rizkan, but Rizkan, tough challenge there by Rivaldo. So
up front in the middle. Damit Samantha on the left, and on the right is Abdullah. Yes, Damit Samantha. Tackle coming from Abdul Farik. Again, he needs to be careful. He's already on a yellow. You don't want your team going down to 10 men early in this second half.
Definitely Javelin will not want that. They want to ensure that they get the victory here today, especially helping their cause in going top of the table. But Pelicans do have a game tomorrow, so it will be a temporary lead if Pelicans do manage to get the victory. Now Alim finds Bernard, but Bernard dispossessed. So again, it was Derek Fernando. The ball is pushed out for a corner. So it has been Javelin through and through in the first couple of minutes of the second half.
It will be Rizkan Faizer. Like him to put that ball somewhere in between the penalty spot and the 6-yard box, but again low, too low, and on the left. It's the area. Alim on the volley. Yep. Initial offside call.
Try to sense that ball long. The ball does fall for Javelin. And Uluwale trying to make that run, but bit too far. Talim brings the ball down again. Now that will be called offside. Optimistic there, just had to hold his run a bit more.
Made that run a bit too early, way too early. Was Rizkan Faizer. The idea was good. And looking at how Javelin has set up, they're playing Bernard from the middle. I think would be better off him playing on either the left or the right wing with his space, and allowing Uluwale to play down the middle.
Definitely his blistering runs are very difficult to keep up with, and Uluwale in the middle definitely be better for Javelin, but we're hoping that this change brings about fruitful result for them. But now ball sent out to Uluwale, but I think there was a bit of an unnecessary challenge there by Chamik Amit. He has been the guilty man for a couple of challenges in the first half as well, and actually not too sure that he did catch Uluwale or not. I think it is just a foul given in favor of Javelin. Pretty decent position for the free kick, so it'll be interesting to see whether the shot will be taken from there, as we've seen a couple of attempts taken from distance, even from the free kicks as well.
Next Letran, manager of Javelin, looking on quite intently the heartbeat of Javelin. Azad Oh, Tariq Fernando will take this. Looks like it will be Azad. Kane going directly this time. Bit away from the goal. Good work. Javelin pressing high up.
Now Farik to Derek Fernando. Fernando doing very well to position off that ball, but surging pass not working in favor. Dazan knocks that ball out, and it will be police ball, and it's taken quickly. And, dancing around is Gan Rivaldo. It will be a throw in for the Cops. Challenge there by Azad. I think Rivaldo has just got a knock on his hand there, but hopefully nothing too serious. Throw in straight to Harshan Asumudu, and once again throw in has to be taken again, and Javelin's defense deals extremely well with it, and with the Bernard space, that was a risky pass there. Now Rivaldo to Chamika Amit looking for that pass, and very well done there. And the ball will be for Javelin. It's a bit of a calm couple of minutes in terms of both teams, as first 5 to 10 minutes was, apologies, was 5 to 7 minutes like attack from Javelin. Of a breather here for both teams. Now Alim to the ball. Harshan Asumudu asking for the Cops short, but it is Amir Selvam who puts the ball into the box. Nothing coming off of it, and Javelin looking for that counter attacking opportunity, but Bernard is brought down by Hetiarachi. Once again on the replay here, Bernard collecting that ball, trying to get around Hetiarachi, but brought down. Now ball on the right to Farik, and again another challenge by Tamil Selvam on Rizkan, the goal scorer in the first half for Javelin. Question is whether it will be Derek or Rizkan to take his free kick into the box, the left or the right foot. Yes, it will be Rizkan on his right, hanging kick, and it does fall for Harshan Asumudu. Unfortunately, great contact as well, but he does hit that ball over the crossbar. Now a prime opportunity for Javelin to get that second goal.
Got under it bit too much. Harshan Asumudu. But again, a very good opportunity lost. Quick throw in. Olawale puts the ball in. Bernard. Danger is still there. Ball towards the far post. No one there.
Fortunately, that extra touch there by Bernard costing him. But Alim does take an attempt on goal. The possession will be back with the Cops. So good passage of play for Javelin. But I would say it's a missed couple of opportunities to get that second goal. Especially that clear-cut opportunity for Harshana Sumudu. He would have liked to get a goal in his name as well in this game. And Farik just penalized there by Rumi. Didn't think there was anything to be called there. He did get the ball onto the foot as well. But greatly intercepted there by Bernard, and Oluwale fortunately not making that pass.
A fraction too late with that pass was Olawale. But once again, good work in terms of that interception by Bernard. Farik. Fernando to Alim. Olawale on the right. Gets a corner. Yes, they do.
Great bit of defensive work there by Saman Nishant, not allowing Oluwale to get that cross in. But it is a corner through Derek Fernando.
Takes it short, Abdul Farik. With the bicycle kick, Olawale. Not the ideal connection.
Once again, the Cops penalized for a bit of ill discipline. And it will be Javelin's ball. Azad, who has had two wonderful attempts through the free kicks, seems to be a specialist on the dead ball. But bit of a wild challenge there on Oluwale from behind, and referee Rumi does call play back, but I don't think it is for the foul. Oluwale showing a bit of discontent there, Navod.
Yes, would be interesting to see the replay. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Olawale definitely has a point. Tamil Selvam was the guy who was crashing into the back of Oluwaseun Olawale. There was definitely no intention of getting the ball. Olawale in space. Trying to go all on his own. When you have men to your left and right. Hazard. Diagonal ball. Harshana Sumudu. Intended pass to Olawale, intercepted by Hettiarachchi. Here Shishan Prabuddha again, this time intercepted by Alim. Olawale. Tamil Selvam. Hettiarachchi. Back to Tamil Selvam.
Rajavansha doing well to clear that ball. Be a throw in to Tamil Selvam. Samantha puts the ball in, and bit of a collision there between Ashfaq Ayub and Chalaka Nishant. Both players going for the ball. Ashfaq Ayub managing to get a hand onto that. Always very risky when two players come into contact like that. And, the star goalkeeper for Javelin seems to be holding his hand. Once again on the replay here. Chalaka Nishant going in for that header, and Ashfaq Ayub meeting him at the same particular point. But both players down in pain and agony, but we do hope that both of them do get up and continue play, as we do have about 25 minutes of official time. Like I mentioned, decent crowd support for both teams here at the Racecourse International Stadium. It's always nice to see a game of football under lights here. As it stands at the 65th minute, it is Javelin leading 1-0 through the goal of Riz Khan. We'll have a substitution, the third substitution for the Cops. Tanujan comes in for Damit Samantha. So it will be an attacking change for the Cops. But Olawale doing very well to get around three players, looking for Bernard. Fortunately covered well by the defense, the Cops, and
substitution for police.
it will be
Judge number 15,
substitution.
is replaced by judge number 9,
Anujan coming in. He'll have a responsibility to show that his side does get that goal, to either draw with Javelin or even get a surprise victory here, which is highly possible. We do have over 20 minutes of play still. Anything can happen. But, now Harshana Sumudu to Alim, and Alim, pretty optimistic pass there. I think if Alim just get one of those passes right, he'll be able to bring in Luale and Bernard through their runs, as both of them are pretty quick on their feet. So Alim will be hoping the next pass does come about right. But now Ashfaq Ayub restarts Javelin's attack, and a bit of a high hanging kick there, difficult to contain. goes to the other end of the field, but now ball with Tiarachi. Referee Rumi calling back play there on that challenge by Oluwale.
Playing with a sweeper is like playing with fire. Police playing Saman Nishant as a sweeper, creating spaces on the left and the right wings. Still Javelin hasn't utilized that space. Yes, Bernard. Sumudu to Ali. Fernando. To Harshana Sumudu. Farek. Poor ball. But Kenny Andrade keeps the ball in. Yes. Police, they get a corner.
Kenny Andrade pretty lucky that he didn't give that ball away. He would have been in real trouble. But corner for the Cops. Abdullah, ball into the box. And little contact made, but now Bernard tussling for that ball, and Tiarachi given a yellow card for that challenge. Did that deserve a yellow card? Pretty difficult to say, but it is referee Rumi who has the final say there. And Captain Malinga Hettiarachi will have to be careful now for the remaining 20 minutes of this game. And it will be a free kick in favor of Javelin, and Alim. Deep kick, managing to find Oluwale, but Oluwale not being able to do much about that, and it will be a goal kick for Police. So Javelin, after the first 10 minutes of good play in the second half, after that no team really being able to get a grip on the second half, but now it's Derek Fernando who had Bernard on his left. But again late on that pass, but it is Malinga Hettiarachi, the guilty man again, on his opposite number 7 and captain of Javelin. Malinga Hettiarachi will have to be extremely careful, especially since he's gotten a yellow card. Javelin captain just holding his head a bit, needing a bit of medical attention. It'll be a resumption in play through Derek Fernando, and Derek Fernando from distance attempting for The optimistic goal there, but quickly taken there by Kenny Adrado, but Firumi says hold on. The goal kick is retaken. Farik kicking that ball into no man's land. It will be Oluwale onto the ball first. Alim picking up the scraps. Alim again with lazy on the ball, but still manages to recover very well. Gives it to Derek Fernando. Derek Fernando tries to catch Adrado off guard with that shot, but he did have a couple of options. And, Javelin, like you mentioned, Navod has to be a bit more patient on the ball, make those passes, but again, Derek Fernando, second time, does take a shot from far off. He does have 3 options up front previously.
Yeah, if he is going to take those shots from range, there should be at least 1 or 2 ready to pounce on that rebound. In that initial one, there was no one close. Here comes police. Rajvansh intercepts. Police haven't threatened Javelin in this second half. But you only need just one opportunity.
Javelin will also be a bit on pins as well. And oh my, and still there's a chance for police to get that goal, and the ball is played into the middle, but that might have been the closest that the Cops have gotten to scoring a goal. But it is Javelin who managed to recover through Farik now. Down the right, and the ball played into the middle, and a bit of a shove there, but no issue. But it was the Cops who had a golden opportunity to draw level with Javelin, and also put Javelin under pressure. Javelin have been extremely worried there if they did manage to leak that goal. But now Oluwale to Bernard to Rizkan, the goal scorer. Rizkan trying to play Arshana Sumudu, and he does go down again. So I'm not too sure if he can get a replay on that previous attempt by the Cops. Play is called back as the Javelin captain is down. I think it was a knock on his chest, which I saw earlier. He seems to be in quite a bit of pain. Just a bit of a shove there by Nishant. Sumudu does go down right after. bit of pause in play, but play will resume. Sumudu does walk off the field, but I think he will be back in play. Now ball back with Cops. Position given away. Farek intercepts, and Alim, not too sure who he was trying to find there. Quick throw in taken again, and Sumudu gives the ball to Rizkan. Rizkan places into the middle, but Bernard is covered, so it will be another corner for Javelin. Again, Rizkan quickly in, but defended very well. So corner, and Rizkan will be the man in charge. Just a few players in the box, and finding Bernard did Rizkan, and yes, it will be another corner on the other side of the pitch. I think the Cops are arguing otherwise, but Javelin do have back-to-back corners. Roughly about 10 minutes on our clock. Derek Fernando, successful attempt. Alim trying to recover position, but gives away the ball. But Sumudu dispossessed, and handball there by Bernard. Javelin wouldn't mind this Navod. There's 10 more minutes, and they will get that important 3 points. It will take them top of the table in the penultimate week of the Super 8 round.
Yes, but it will be a nervy 10 plus minutes. They didn't take advantage of those chances in the first half. Here's Olawale. Stopped in his tracks by Shamik Amit. Olawale pass into no man's land.
Now position with Javelin. Bernard dispossessed now by Hettiarachchi. Farik foul there, so it will be Javelin's ball again. An opportunity for them to get that second goal. Hettiarachchi, like I mentioned, will have to be extremely careful as he is on a yellow card. He has been in the thick of a couple of challenges that referee Rumi has deemed as fouls. Now Derek Fernando and Rizkan on the ball. I think it will be Derek Fernando from his left foot trying to find Harshan Sumudu, but Harshan Sumudu not making great contact. Rado trying to get the counter attack rolling, but Javelin's defense up to the task, and now Derek Fernando trying to find Oluwale, and Oluwale with an opportunity tries to find Bernard. Bernard gets the ball, but tries to switch feet, get around the defender, but that shot not coming off and dealt with pretty easily by the police defense. Bernard, who does have 4 goals in this Super 8 round, will want to add to his tally, but now again ball falls for Javelin, and now Rizkan lays it off to Bernard, and now Oluwale tries to turn around and get that shot off, but unfortunately police defense not fooled easily. And now Bernard to Rajavansha. Rajavansha fortunately gives away the ball, and that attack does peter out. Rahman trying to find his fellow player there, but nothing coming off of it. Now Abdullah caught in the traffic, and it will be Bernard's ball now. Bernard tugged there by Prabuddha, but I think referee Rumi should have played advantage there, but nevertheless a yellow card might be given. Actually not too sure. I did see the yellow card come out from referee Rumi's pocket. It is a yellow card given to Shashank Prabuddha. So now even more problems for the cops here heading into the last 5 minutes of this game. Now Ashana Sumudu trying to find Oluwale. The cops defense doing very well. And Azad making a hash of that, and Chalaka Nishanta. Nishanta, what have you done? That might have been the best opportunity that the cops have had to stunt Javelin's victory parade, and also get a point for them. Ashfaq Ayub managing to stick out a hand and make that important save for Javelin, and maintain the clean sheet as well.
That's what I was saying. You only need just one chance. And police got that opportunity. Chalaka Nishanta. Cross in on the other end. Bernard's header goes over.
Bernard doing really well to climb and make contact. The ball does go over the crossbar. Again, I think it's Alim down for Javelin. Just roughly 3 minutes on our clock. Kenya Adrado to restart things. Anujan giving away possession, and Bernard doing very well to keep control of the ball. We are throwing for Javelin. Looking for Oluwale. Oluwale not offside. Puts the ball into the box. And Rizkan does head the ball straight to Adrado. So couple of open chances for both teams going begging. Now Alim to Fernando. Fernando to Farik on the right, and Farik looking for Bernard, and Bernard will do the finishing touches. And that is the second goal for Javelin. And a lovely ball by Farik on the right, and The police defense not trying to even stop Bernard, and Bernard had enough time on the ball to send Adrado the other way and just put the ball in the back of the net. So Bernard, after having multiple opportunities, does manage to put the ball past the goal. And the Javelin fans go wild as well, as it is almost a certain victory for Javelin here at the Racecourse International Stadium, and this will take them to the top of the table. Just a minute on our official time, and definitely have a couple of minutes of added time as well, but that goal will definitely calm a couple of nerves of the Javelin players and the coaching staff as well. Now on the other end, Cops do get a corner through Tanujan.
Into the final minute. News from the touchline is that there will be 4 minutes of added time. Here's Olawale on the left. 2-on-3, goes past one. Hettiarach against Olawale, finds Derek Fernando, takes a shot, saved by Kenny Andrado.
If not for Kenny Andrado, this score line will definitely be different, as Javelin have had quite a lot of shots on goal, and that is a confirmation of the 4 minutes of added time. But here's Derek Fernando, lovely save there by Kenny Andrado. Be a corner for Javelin, and another chance for them to get the third goal and rub salt into the wounds of the Cop. Wale does make contact, but direction lacking there, so goal kick for Kenny Andrado, and the Cops seem to be in a bit of a rush here. 2-goal deficit to be covered in the remaining 3 minutes is pretty difficult. Rahman now is possessed. I'm not too sure whether our viewers can hear, but it is pretty loud here at the Racecourse National Stadium, with Javelin supporters going pretty wild. But now Derek Fernando dancing around and will get the shot off. Unfortunately not enough power, but it is Bernard for his second goal in about 2 to 3 minutes now.
Sloppy work from Kenny Andrado. Unable to collect that ball from that initial effort from Derek Fernando. It was Bernard who was there, rounding off the keeper and scoring his second and the third for Javelin.
Goal for Javelin, jersey number 3.
Just
Number 23, number 6, Bernard.
about to mention that it was not a great attempt there by Derek after getting into that great position, dancing around two players, and the shot not having enough power, but Rado parrying that ball out to the feet of Bernard, and Bernard has managed to get 2 goals at the dying end of this game, and I think that will take his tally up to 6 goals in the Super 8 phase. So definitely Bernard contender for the most goals in this round, but roughly about 1.5 minutes more in this game, so more than clear that Javelin to have the victory, and this will definitely boost their confidence going into the next week as well, as they will want to make sure that they have victory, as they do have a tougher opponent next week. If I'm not mistaken, they have to play Saunders.
There's Derek Fernando again. Off the upright. And that's the fourth.
And yes, in an amazing situation, it is Bernard who's managed to register a hat-trick in the space of about 5 minutes from just one goal up in the last 5 to 7 minutes of play. A hat-trick by Bernard has put them up to 4-0. And going back to my point of Javelin's opponent for the next week, it will actually be against Solid. So still not an easy team to beat. But with Bernard in a red hot form like this, it will definitely be encouraging and send a message to Pelicans as well, as they need to ensure that they get a victory here tomorrow. But that is the final whistle by referee Rumi. And as the scoreline reads, it is Javelin 4, Police 0. Victory was more or likely certain for them, but Bernard in the dying end managing to get a hat-trick.
Ladies and gentlemen, the final score.
To get that hat-trick. Yes, we were happy that he got one goal, but after that, in a space of a couple of minutes, he did manage to slot in the remaining 2 goals as well to complete his hat-trick. And the full-time score reads 4-0 in favour of Javelin. This is the Super 8 round of the Sri Lanka Football Champions League. And this is week 6, the second match. And this is the highlights of the second half. The couple of yellow cards for the Cops, and Derek Fernando, who has been a vital cog for the Javelin. But this opportunity by Chalaka Nishanta here to draw the game definitely went begging, but Bernard has been knocking on the door, and this chance created did bring about the first goal for him. And after that, the floodgates did open for Javelin, and this shot taken off by Derek Fernando, and Bernard managing to pick up the scraps there and slot in that ball. Once again, Derek Fernando has been vital, but the man on the score sheet is Bernard with 3 goals. You can see that the players are appreciating the crowd that has come out here today to support them. Amazing display of football by the boys in white. Javelin have done their part this week in ensuring that they get a victory. And Every goal does count as well, and 4 goals will definitely help their goal difference as well if it does come into play for the top spot to become the champions of the Sri Lanka Football Champions League.
අන්තිම මොහොත වෙනකන් ෆයිට් කරන ටීම් එකක්. සොලිඩ් එක අපි අන්තිම මැච් එක අපි යම්කිසි වෙනසක් අනිවාර්යෙන් කරනවා.
බොහොම ස්තුතියි මැක්සි ඉදිරි තරගයට සුබ වතන.
බොහොමත් ස්තුතියි. සුබ දවසක්.